What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Tuesday, April 3rd, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Ron Howard gave fans an update of his upcoming Star Wars prequel film Solo on Twitter, saying that the project is in its final stages of completion ahead of its May 25th release date. The filmmaker said, final stages of posts on hashtag Solo. It's gratifying to see everybody's dedication to this story going back to 2012, adding up in such a fun and satisfying way, alongside a black and white photo of himself sitting down and watching a television screen. The television displays the phrase "a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away," which is accompanied to the opening scroll of every previous Star Wars film except for 2016's Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Howard continues, so much talent involved. Alan Ehrenreich stars as the title character Han Solo, with Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian, Jonas Tumato as Chewbacca, Emilia Clarke as love interest Kiri, and Woody Harrelson as Tobias Beckett, who brings the characters together to take on a special job. The official Twitter account for the film posted a short clip of the Millennium Falcon flying by the Solo logo on Sunday to mark 54 days before the film's release. Production began Monday in Philadelphia on Creed 2 with Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone reprising their roles as Adonis Creed and Rocky Balboa. Stephen Caple Jr., who helmed the 2016 The Land, is directing the latest installment in the Rocky boxing saga, which dates back to 1976. Stallone wrote the screenplay for the latest film, a collaboration between MGM and Warner Brothers. Director Ryan Coogler, who directed 2015's Creed, served as an executive producer on Creed 2, which is due to open in theaters November 21st. Returning for the follow-up are Tessa Thompson as Bianca, Felicia Rashad as Mary Ann, Wood Harris as Tony Little Duke Burton, and Andre Ward as Danny Stuntman Wheeler. Coogler said in a statement, "When I wrote and directed Creed, I wanted to tell a human story about a family from a new perspective while also paying homage to the Rocky characters we've all grown up knowing and loving. I've known Steven was an amazing filmmaker since our days at USC Film School together, so I can't wait to see what he, Sly, Mike, and Tessa bring to this next chapter." Capel Jr. added, "It is an honor to be part of the franchise and work with such a thoughtful team. I got involved because I've always been a Rocky fan and I enjoyed stories with heart and substance. But when Ryan puts his touch on Creed, I felt another level of connection to the franchise. It started to feel personal for many reasons. This next Creed is a tale beyond the boxing ring and dives deep into family, legacy, and fears. I'm excited to share my view and collaborate with the talented cast and crew." Producer Irving Winkler says Ryan and Steven are the voices for their generation, and their shared vision for Creed has brought the Rocky franchise to an entirely new audience. We know audiences will continue to embrace the legacy that Sly created so many years ago. Creed 2 will also feature Florian the Big Nasty Montaniu as Victor Drago and Duff Lundgren as Ivan Drago, the villain he played in 1985 Rocky IV. Stallone posted a video on Instagram from the film's set showing off the fancy trailer where he hangs out between scenes. Stallone wrote in a message accompanying the clip, "You know the old cliche that it seems like yesterday, but it does, and it's a very exciting moment to be here getting ready to watch Creed 2 to commence filming. A very exciting day. The actors and production team have been waiting a long time for this film to start, so ladies and gentlemen, get ready to watch the fists start flying. Hashtag MGM, hashtag Rocky Balboa, hashtag Creed 2. Stephen Boshko, the television writer and producer behind hit shows NYPD Blue, LA Law, and Hill Street Blues, has died at the age of 74. Boshko died Sunday after losing his battle to leukemia, said the Hollywood Reporter. Boshko had received a stem cell transplant from an anonymous 23-year-old in 2014. The family spokesman, Philip Arnold, said in a statement, Stephen fought cancer with strength, courage, grace, and his unsurpassed sense of humor. He died peacefully in his sleep at home with his family close by. Boshko was also the man behind Doogie Howser, MD, Murder in the First, and Murder One, alongside less successful programs such as Bay City Blues, Public Morale's Cop Rock, and Paris, among others. Boshko was 74. The CW announced Monday its renewed Black Lightning, Dynasty, Arrow, and Crazy Ex-Girlfriend for additional seasons. Mark Pedowitz, the cable network's president, said DC's Legends of Tomorrow, The Flash, Jane the Virgin, Riverdale, Supergirl, and Supernatural also will be back for the 2018-2019 television season. Pedowitz said in a statement Monday, as the CW expands to a 6-night Sunday through Friday schedule next season, we are proud to have such a deep bench of great returning series for 2018-2019. By picking these 10 series up for next season, we have a terrific selection of programming to choose from when we set our fall schedule in May, with more still to come. He also added, I'm especially happy that we are continuing to work with the incredibly talented cast, producers, and writers who create the series our fans are so passionate about. Amazon is developing a television series based on the 1992 film A League of Their Own, which follows an all-female baseball team during World War II. The series is being written and produced and executive produced by Broad City co-creator and star Abby Jacobson, along with Will Graham, who wrote Mozart in the Jungle, Deadline reported. Sony Pictures Television is producing. The half-hour comedy will not follow the original film closely and will present a modern take on the story, which features a new version of the Rocker Peaches as they take the field, Variety reported. Tom Hanks, Gina Davis, Lori Petty, Madonna, and Rosie O'Donnell starred in A League of Their Own from director Penny Marshall. The film was a critical commercial success, earning $107 million domestically. Dwayne Johnson said that he witnessed his mother, Etta Johnson, attempt to commit suicide when he was 15 years old. Dwayne Johnson said during an interview with The Express Sunday, where he also talked about his previous battles with depression, she got out of the car on Interstate 65 in Nashville and walked into oncoming traffic. He continued, I grabbed her and pulled her back on the gravel shoulder of the road. Dwayne also said that his mother doesn't not remember what happened. He says what's crazy about that suicide attempt is that to this day, she has no recollection of it whatsoever. Probably best she doesn't. Dwayne, who dominated the WWE through the 90s and early 2000s before becoming a Hollywood star, said that he had a secret battle with depression and said he was in a bad place mentally after his dreams of becoming an NFL star were ruined due to multiple injuries. He says, that was my absolute worst time. Dwayne also said that his girlfriend at the time broke up with him after he was let go by the Canadian Football League. The depression, Dwayne said, could have pushed him to attempt suicide like his mother had he not found the will to carry on. The 45-year-old said about himself and his mother, we both heal, but we've always got to do our best to pay attention when other people are in pain. We have to help them through it and remind them they are not alone. Dwayne on Twitter Monday shared an article about his remarks on his depression and his mother's suicide attempt. He says, we all go through the sludge and depression never discriminates. It took me a long time to realize it, but the key is to not be afraid to open up. Especially us dudes have a tendency to keep it in. You're not alone. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have selected the flowers for their upcoming wedding. Kensington Palace announced Sunday on Twitter that the 33-year-old British royal and the 36-year-old American actress have chosen florist Philippa Craddock to design the floral displays for their wedding ceremony. The palace says Prince Harry and Miss Meghan Markle have chosen floral designer Philippa Craddock to create the church flowers for their wedding. Craddock will use locally sourced foliage to create the display at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, where Prince Harry and Markle will marry on May 19th, 2018. Much of the foliage will be taken from the gardens of the Crown Estate and Windsor's Great Park. Kensington Palace says, where possible, Philippa will use flowers and plants that are in season and blooming naturally in May, including branches of birch, and hornbeam, as well as white garden roses, peons, and foxgloves. The palace also added at Royal Parks will supply some pollinator-friendly plants from their wildflower meadows that will be incorporated into the floral designs. These plants provide a great habitat for bees and help to nourish and sustain entire ecosystems by promoting a healthy and biodiverse environment. Craddock said in a statement that she's excited and honored to design and create the flowers for the royal wedding. She says working with Harry and Meghan has been an absolute pleasure. The process has been highly collaborative, free-flowing, creative, and fun. Final designs will represent them as a couple, which I always aim to achieve in my work. Kensington Palace previously announced Prince Harry and Markle will serve lemon elderflower cake at their wedding. The couple sent out their wedding invitations to guests in March. Aaron Dyke Jr. drew criticism from a pregnancy joke on April Fool's Day. The 36-year-old television personality faced backlash on Twitter after falsely announcing that fiancée Lauren Burnham is expecting their first child. Louis Dick posted a photo Sunday morning of Burnham appearing to show off a baby bump. He said in the caption that the 26-year-old reality star is pregnant. The star wrote, "The secret's finally out. We have a baby in the oven at Lauren Burnham 91. Louis Dick followed up 90 minutes later by tweeting the announcement was an April Fool's joke. He wrote April Fools. Fans responded by criticizing the Bachelor star on Twitter, with many saying the joke was offensive to women struggling with fertility issues. One person wrote, "So distasteful, you thought the world was against you before, you just poured gas on that fire. Hopefully, you too don't have to struggle with this issue so many women face each day." Another added, I'm going to pretend you're actually this stupid. This isn't a joke. It's sick. They're acting like they're pregnant when they're not, and there are millions of women struggling with their identity because they can't get pregnant and can't stay pregnant. Louis Dick previously faced backlash after ending his engagement with Becca Kerfrin on The Bachelor Season 22 finale. He proposed to Burnham after the Final Rose special and has since helped the star move in with him. Blac Chyna posted a photo of daughter Dream in a stroller Monday following an alleged altercation involving the carriage. The 29-year-old television personality shared a picture of 16-month-old Dream and 5-year-old son King from her visit to Six Flags Magic Mountain after reportedly swinging the stroller at a woman during a fight at the park Sunday. The snapshot shows Dream sitting in the pink car-shaped stroller that Blac Chyna allegedly used during the altercation. King is seen giving his sister a kiss on the cheek. Blac Chyna captioned the photo, "All love," adding heart and stars emoji. A park attendee had posted a video Sunday on Twitter that appeared to show Blac Chyna in a fight. Blac Chyna seemed to address the incident in a post Sunday on Instagram stories. The television personality wrote, "Being famous is hard enough dealing with scrutiny, but when someone feels comfortable to come touch your child, it's a whole other story." She added, "I do not condone violence, nor am I a violent person, but shout out to all the amazing mothers out there that will protect their children at all costs. Love King and Dream's mommy." Blac Chyna shares Dream with ex-fiancé Rob Kardashian and King with ex-fiancé Tigger. She surprised fans by wishing Kardashian a happy birthday in March following months of conflict. Ruby Rose has called it quits with girlfriend Jess Origliasso. The 32-year-old Australian actress confirmed in a Twitter post Sunday that she broke up with the Veronica's member a few months ago. Rose said of the 33-year-old singer, "I've shared the past 2 years learning and sharing my life with an amazing human being, an experience for which I'm very blessed. Breakups are always incredibly hard on the people involved, but I can only be grateful for the experiences we shared." She wrote, "It was with a heavy heart to share that Jess and I parted ways a few months ago. We still love each other very much, and I will always support her and be her biggest advocate with love." The Orange is the New Black alum followed up by saying that the news of the split was not an April Fool's Day joke. She tweeted, "I understand it's April 1st, but I would never use something so personal as an April Fool's joke." Origliasso has yet to address the news on social media. She last posted a photo with Rose in March. The singer captioned, "A mosquito, my libido," a paparazzi shot of her on Instagram account. Rose and Origliasso were first linked in 2008 and rekindled their romance in 2016. The pair reconnected while filming a music video for the Veronica song "On Your Side," which follows the highs and lows of their relationship. Kendra Wilkinson says it was just not meant to be with husband Hank Baskett. The 32-year-old television personality broke down in a series of videos Monday on Instagram stories following reports she and Baskett are heading for divorce. Wilkinson said in one clip, 10 years, I did everything I could. It wasn't good enough. I will always love him and my heart will always remain open for him. She mused, I believe him forever. Really did. Guess it's just not meant to be. I'm so scared, but I have to get strong for my kids. I will. The star added, thank you to all my friends and family for supporting me at every moment. Every little ounce of love helps. Thank you. Wilkinson had alluded to the split in a tweet Monday morning. She wrote, today will be the saddest, scariest day of my life. Today I will have to be the strongest I've ever been. Today my rebirth begins. Wilkinson, who shares 8-year-old son Hank Baskett IV and 3-year-old daughter Elijah with Baskett, confirmed in February that she was having marital problems with the 35-year-old former NFL player. She said in a tweet Thursday that she, quote, will always love Baskett. The star wrote after a fan asked if she was happy with Baskett, "I will always love Hank, always." People reported in March that Wilkinson was preparing to separate from Baskett after more than 8 years of marriage. A source says they have been having a really tough time, especially over the last 3 to 6 months. Hilary Duff is so excited about sister Haylie's second pregnancy. The 30-year-old actress attended a dinner for her sibling Saturday. Following news, Haylie, 33, is expecting another baby with fiancé Matt Rosenberg. Hilary captioned a photo Monday on Instagram, "Was so happy to be home for the weekend, celebrating my sister and this new little gift our family is getting. We're so excited." She added, "Love you so much, Haylie Duff. You are a beautiful mama, and what an extra special night with great friends." Haylie thanked Hilary and her friends and family in a post on her own account Sunday. She wrote, "Thank you to everyone that came together yesterday evening to make me feel so loved and special. This little girl has so many wonderful aunties, she doesn't even know how lucky she is yet." Haylie already shares 2-year-old daughter Ryan with Rosenberg, whom she got engaged in 2014. She confirmed in January that she's expecting again and announced the next month that she's having another girl. A source told People at the time, "Ryan is thrilled. She really wanted a baby sister. The whole family is so excited for the new baby to arrive." Hilary herself shares 6-year-old son Luca with ex-husband Mike Comrie. Stone Temple Pilots, Bush, and the Cult have announced a joint 20-city tour titled Revolution 3 that will take place across amphitheaters and arenas across North America. The tour kicks off July 18th in Nashville at the Municipal Auditorium before wrapping up September 2nd in Phoenix at the Action Pavilion. The 3 bands will also be performing in cities such as Detroit, Toronto, and Boston, among others. Tickets go on sale for the general public starting April 6th at 10 a.m. local time through the Live Nation. Revolution 3 will feature each band taking the stage in a different order on every stop of the tour. Dean DeLeo of Stone Temple Pilots said in a statement, "It is a great honor and pleasure to know we will be spending our summer vacation on the road with the gents from the Cult and Bush. 2 great bands and more so great friends. Also to be there with you is even better. With love, see ya." Billy Duffy of the Cult says, "Over the years I have come to call the DeLeo brothers close friends. I appreciate their excellent musicianship and crazy sense of humor. I'm looking forward to this amazing tour with STP and Bush, knowing we will all be sharing the stage and enjoying a lot of laughs." Bush singer Kevin Rosdale says it's going to be a great summer with SCP and the Cult. 2 bands built on great rock songs. See y'all there. Celine Dion thanked fans for their birthday wishes and support on Instagram as she continues to deal with an ear condition that has sidelined her Las Vegas concerts. The singer said on Sunday in a written note that she signed, "Dear friends, I want to thank all of you for the wonderful birthday messages and videos. They touched me deeply. I celebrate this day surrounded by family while feeling the spirit of your presence." She continued, "Thank you for the love and support and for being such a big part of my life for all these years. I can't wait to get back to being 100% and to see you all again." She recently announced that her March and April shows at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas has been canceled due to an ear condition. Dion is dealing with an issue in her middle ear called Patel's Eustachian tube, which can cause hearing irregularities and make it difficult to sing. Dion previously said, "My luck hasn't been very good lately. I've been looking so forward to doing my shows again, and this happens. I just can't believe it. I apologize to everyone who planned to travel to Las Vegas to see my show. I know how disappointing this is, and I'm sorry." Taylor Swift held a surprise concert in Nashville at the Bluebird Cafe, where she was first discovered as a teenager by Scott Borchetta of Big Machine label group. Swift was joined by country songwriter Craig Wiseman, who welcomed the singer on stage Saturday in front of 40 patrons in celebration of the Bluebird's 35th anniversary. Swift said at the Tennessean reported, "I want to say a big thank you to the Bluebird Cafe. I think any songwriter in town will echo my sentiments and say that this is the only place where this exists. There's a particular place where you get to come and hear the writer's take on the songs they've put out into the world." Swift, with an acoustic guitar in hand, performed "Shake It Off" and "Better Man," a song she penned for country band Little Big Town. She recently started performing at the Blue Cafe and "Better Man." What I would pay writers' nights. I didn't have the experience of a writer writing something and then it is going out into the world and you're hearing it from someone else's perspective until recently. Little Big Town gave me the opportunity to feel that way, to be at the Bluebird and play a song you may be heard on the radio. I will always be forever grateful for them for that. Swift and Wiseman also reminisce of how they shared Fireball whiskey shots at Wiseman's CMT afterparty, with Swift saying that she sold the giant inflatable Fireball bottle from her fellow musician friend Ed Sheeran. Swift recently made headlines for releasing a second music video for her single Delicate. 28-year-old's Reputation Stadium tours in support of her latest album of the same name begins May 8th. Jay-Z imitates the rapping styles of Snoop Dogg and Eminem in a new teaser for David Letterman's Netflix talk show series, My Guest Needs No Introduction. Jay-Z says in the clip released Monday, "You can have a great voice, right, and you can almost say anything. I think Snoop Dogg has a great voice." Released Monday about what makes a great rapper before launching into an imitation of Snoop Dogg's 1, 2, 3 into the 4 line from Nothing But a G Thing. Jay-Z says as Letterman in the audience laughs, "It just sounds good, right? It just sounds really good." Jay-Z then says that Eminem has an amazing cadence and signification. The 48-year-old says after mimicking Eminem, "You almost become a percussion, inside the music." Jay-Z concludes in the trailer, "There's multiple ways to be really good. Some people just have it all." Letterman talks with Jay-Z comes after the former late-night host has interviewed Barack Obama, Malala Zavia, and George Clooney, who gushed about his marriage to Amal Clooney. Future episodes of My Next Guest Needs No Introduction will include conversations with Tina Fey and Howard Stern. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1978, Annie Hall beats out Star Wars for Best Picture. The rise of the action-adventure blockbuster was on the horizon, but on this night in 1978, the small-scale romantic comedy triumphs over the big-budget space extravaganza. At the 50th Annual Academy Awards, held at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion in Los Angeles, Woody Allen's Annie Hall won the Oscar for Best Picture, beating out George Lucas's Star Wars. Annie Hall was seen as a major turning point for Woody Allen, who made his debut as a triple threat writer-director-star with Take the Money and Run in 1969 and proved his knack for zany comedies in films like Bananas, 1971, and Sleeper, 1973. In Annie Hall, Allen blends uproarious comedy with the offbeat and thought-provoking musings of love and relationships that had previously been the stuff of his stand-up comedy and written essays. As the film begins, Allen's Alvy Singer, a New York City comedy writer, ponders the demise of his relationship with the freewheeling singer Annie Hall, played by Diane Keaton. The film leaps across between New York City and Hollywood, along with Alvy's memories, which include scenes from his childhood, his first meeting with Annie, an ill-fated visit to her family, and meetings between the couples when they are both involved with other people. Allen employed unusual cinematic techniques, including split-screen imagery, characters addressing the camera directly, subtitles to explain what the characters are really thinking during the conversation, and an animated sequence in which Alvy interacts the Wicked Queen from Snow White. While the movies originally contained a subplot about a murder, it was completely cut out in the editing, reducing the running time from 140 minutes to a more manageable 95 minutes. At the time Annie Hall was made and released, Keaton was Allen's real-life girlfriend. She was born Diane Hall, and the character of the clever but scatterbrained Annie was loosely based on her. Keaton also brought her own fashion sense to the film, and Annie's effortlessly quirky style, a mix of baggy trousers, hats, and oversized jackets, would inspire a wave of imitators. When it was released, Annie Hall grossed some $40 million and was praised by critics as Allen's best work to date. In addition to Best Picture, the film won Oscars for Allen as Best Director and Best Original Screenplay with Marshall Berkman, and for Keaton as Best Actress. Allen, who declined to attend the ceremony, received a nomination for Best Actor as well. With his win in the Best Director category, Allen became the first director to win an Oscar for a movie in which he also starred. And that's your entertainment report for Tuesday, April 3rd, 2018. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Marine Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.